Hello, Diane and Gerry.
Hello.
Hello, Lilou.
Oh, you two look absolutely beautiful. So tell us about your story and how you met, because this is quite impressive.
Okay. When my late husband died,
Yeah.
I decided that I wanted to get out in the evenings. So I went to work as a hostess at a very popular Italian restaurant in Chicago. And one evening, a man came in with his wife, a man whom I had known from playing tennis, and asked me what I was doing there. And I said that my husband had died. On his way out, he said to me, "I know a widower who is a wonderful man. Would you like to meet him?" And I said, "Yes." And that was Gerry. And we got married a year later.
And that was 14 years ago.
Right.
Yes.
14 years ago this week.
And so you were both widowed.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then when when I called her up, and we made a date for lunch, and I came downtown to meet her, and I was waiting in the lobby for her to come down the elevator. And when she stepped out of the elevator, I said, "My God, is she short?" And she said, "My gosh, is he tall?"
Yeah.
So, and we laughed a little bit about that over coffee and crumpets, and the rest is history. We thought it was pretty funny.
Isn't that quite hard though, after you lost a loved one, to get back into a relationship? Were you both ready for that, actually?
I think so. It had been a couple of years for me, and it was a while for Diane. And when she invited me up to have dinner in her apartment, I was the first man that had been in there since her husband died, so I felt kind of proud of that.
Yeah, you know, I think both of us had wonderful marriages. And I think when you have a wonderful marriage, you are more inclined to be able to find someone again, because it's all positive. You know, there's nothing, there's no baggage like there is with a divorce or anything. It's more positive.
But at the same time, you idealize your ex-partner, don't you, when that person dies? So it must be difficult to fill that big space for the other person. Did it work because both of you had experienced that, and you could?
I think so. And also, I never expected to duplicate.
Right.
I was hoping to find somebody whom I would love just as much, but not necessarily duplicate the exact same relationship, you know?
It's good to have a different perspective.
Yeah, but the love space to fill was quite big.
Right,
the love space to fill. And
there were quite a few differences between her late husband and my late wife in mutual respects, from the standpoint of their backgrounds and what they like to do, and and how they lived. And you know, I lived in a suburban location. We had 3 children, which were grown and married, but lived in the area, and grandkids were on the way, and so I had that life. And Diane's was much more urban and sophisticated.
Definitely.
So you had to make some...
She was the downtown lady.
Yeah.
Loved
Ooh la
the city.
la.
There is no way she would ever be a suburbanite.
No.
So, and you know, that wasn't a difficult transition for me, because I lived all my life in the city before getting married. And
but there was love, so love could make you, you know, do the most wild thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love made me snowmobile, play in the snow, and I don't like cold weather.
Sailing.
But you became a more outdoor person.
Right. Right.
So what's the secret to a long, fulfilling relationship? Because now you've been together for 14 years or so? Or married for 14?
14 years.
Never go to bed mad at one another.
I know that's
Disagree
trite, but it's
agreeably.
really true.
Pardon me?
Disagree agreeably.
Yeah,
That's
right.
exactly right.
Work it out before.
Well, also, you know, I think a maturity helps when you realize that you don't marry somebody because you want to change them to be something you want, but you marry somebody because you love them for what they are. That helps a lot, I think.
Yeah, well, really beautiful. And tell us, Diane, because you have this amazing body. I cannot believe it, and you've got so much energy. How do you do this? What's your secret?
I do think one of them is genes, but the other is that I work out all the time.
Yeah. How many hours?
A couple of hours a day.
Wow.
And for many years, until my shoulder was injured, 3 years ago, I played tennis almost every day too, for many years. So I think that makes a big difference. I also think the way you see life makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, if you're optimistic and you enjoy everything, being in love helps too.
Oh, you are so in love. So beautiful to witness. So how do you motivate yourself though? How do you pick it up? Because I guess there's those days where you just don't want to.
I get her out of bed in the morning. That's the only way she gets
with
going.
the flour and breakfast? Or?
Right.
Coffee.
Honey, the
With
coffee
coffee.
is
With
on.
coffee.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in
He
the
brings me
bathroom, ready to
coffee.
go.
And he puts it in my bathroom, so I have to get out of bed in order to get to it. Most days I really do feel like doing it. But yes, there are days when I don't. But then I remind myself of how much better I feel when
afterwards.
I'm through. And that kind of keeps me going. Also, honestly, you know, I have lost so much of my figure since being young. I'm afraid I'd lose all of it if I didn't keep doing this. Some of it's out of pure fear.
Let's get that straight. How about your food or your eating habits?
We eat pretty healthfully. We eat low fat. We eat, you know, lots of vegetables and fruits. But we both like treats, and we both give ourselves treats. We both like wine, and we give ourselves wine. But generally, we eat a healthy diet. Yeah.
But you were saying you eat no red meat, though.
She doesn't.
I eat no red meat.
You do.
I cheat.
Oh, you're a man. You're a
cheat
big
once
man.
in a
You need.
I don't do it because I have to watch my cholesterol. So I'd rather have saturated fat in chocolate than in red meat.
Yeah.
And do it occasionally because I like chocolate and I don't really care about red meat.
Yeah. Because we got to treat ourselves too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have anything to say on this beautiful day, on this beautiful summer Chicago day for anybody watching, and that is really, you know, so inspired just to see you right now?
We do have great summer weather in Chicago. Diane will argue with that once in a while. But because we have this beautiful lake to the east of us, it really gives us a temperate climate in the summer. And the fall is better than most places because of the lake's influence. Although I will say the spring can be a little miserable because then the lake is also cold. So,
yeah.
Well,
but you know, we enjoy the city. There's just so much to do in the city.
So beautiful.
And
we have the
today is a totally splendid day. And you know, it's been very hot this summer, which I enjoy, but not very many people do. So today is really special. And I don't know about you, but I feel like joyous today.
Yes.
And we're going to go play with one of my friends and her little boy tonight. And that is a great big joy too. But we're going to really enjoy that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for spending this time here and sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Enjoy.
Spending time with you.